As I mentioned, one of the points used by the state and private parties is that President Trump violated the major questions doctrine. Solicitor General Sauer defends the president's position.
Would you spend a few minutes on why exactly the major question doctrine doesn't apply to the president in this case?
Yes, Justice Thomas, and I'd maybe make 2 or 3 points on that front. First of all, though the major questions doctrine may apply to the president in other contexts, specifically in the foreign affairs context where he has his own inherent Article II authority, it's a particularly poor fit to apply the major questions doctrine, and that's for at least 2 reasons. That's one reason. One reason is just as a matter of common sense interpretation, you would expect Congress to grant major powers to the president who has his own broad range of major authority, inherent Article II authority in this context.
Except Article 2 of the Constitution does not delegate to the president any real foreign affairs powers. He shall have the power by and with the advice and consent of the Senate to make treaties, provided 2/3 of the senators present occurred, and he shall nominate and by and with the advice and consent of the Senate shall appoint ambassadors. He shall receive ambassadors and other public ministers. But nowhere in the Constitution is the president given the power to conduct foreign affairs outside of these 3 powers. Justice Kagan seemed to catch on to this idea.
General there, and I know that you have a second question, and I want to let you get to that. But just on that first reason, it seemed to depend a lot on the president's inherent Article II powers. And I'm wondering what exactly, which powers you're speaking of there, because tariffs, one would naturally think, is are the power to impose taxes, the power to regulate foreign commerce. These are not things that are thought of as Article II powers. They are quintessential Article I powers. So what kind of Article II powers are you relying on when you gave the answer about major questions to Justice Thomas?
I would refer to what the court said, for example, in Egan, Department of Navy against Egan. That's a generally accepted view that the president has broad authority in the foreign affairs realm. Now, there's been debates about exactly how far it goes and how to draw the boundary between the president and Congress. But Egan, Garamendi, other cases, Curtis Wright, the court has recognized the president has broad inherent authority to address foreign situations, foreign affairs, foreign policy, including foreign arising emergencies.
So the president does not have any Article II powers to conduct foreign affairs, but powers made up by courts. Interesting.